2 minutes to go. It's Alabama 20 and South Carolina 19. Make sure you stay with us after the ball game for the region's fifth quarter show and the post-game press conference with head coach Kalen DeBoer. It's brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. Alabama tradition runs deep. Just like our football team, Tri-Green stands the test of time in Alabama hometowns with lawn and land care equipment and support you can count on. Visit TriGreenEquipment.com. Roll Tide. Tyler Watts, it's 3rd down and 10 for the Crimson Tide on the 34. What's the thought process behind this play call?
Well, you want to pick up positive yardage because right now you're probably not in field goal range. You need another 5-6 yards, which is why it's interesting that we were running side lateral on first down. However, you don't want to throw an incomplete pass. What is South Carolina going to do? Are they going to dial up the pressure? If they do, fine. Let's throw a slant. Let's throw a one-on-one. Get a jump ball and/or some sort of interference. But this is a really interesting strategy on both sides of exactly how South Carolina dials it up and what does Alabama do. You run the ball here, though. I mean, you potentially are either punting or kicking a field goal with about minute 15.
Let's see what Kalen DeBoer opts to do. Empty set initially. 3 wide left, including Jam Miller. Milrow calling Miller in motion to the right side. Snap goes to Jalen. Looking downfield. Got a man. Bernard, catch made. Touchdown, Alabama. 34 yards. Germie Bernard on the catch. Jalen Milrow on the strike. And Alabama now a 26-19 lead with a minute 54 to go. Oh, mercy.
Well, I tell you, Germie Bernard really did an incredible job of running that ball down. It was not an easy catch for him, and he had to close some ground in order to run it down. But Milrow, give him a lot of credit throwing a catchable ball. Gutsy call there on 3rd and 9.
Nicholson on to try the extra point. The hold from Burnap, the snap from Hibbett. The kick is up. It is good. And Alabama with an 8-point lead. A minute 54 to go. It would take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion just to tie from South Carolina.
It was a bunch look on the 3rd down, and the safety just absolutely got turned around as both tight ends went across the formation, and Bernard kind of went towards the flat, up the field, and then back towards the corner. He got turned around similar to how we did on that 4th and 9 that they scored a touchdown on. And Germie Bernard, a heck of a route there of getting the safety twisted around.
Hey, heck of a route and a heck of a catch. The sun's starting to drop or set into, not setting yet, but it's moving now. It's in our eyes. He was looking back into the sun, made a heck of a grab, and able to extend it to now, with the extra point, an 8-point Bama lead. Juju McDowell is the deep man for South Carolina as Connor Talty is on to kick it off. Would love to see one sail through the back of the end zone here, as was the case to start the game. Talty approaches the football, toe meets leather, and this one will do just what we asked for, going into the back of the end zone.
Well, you hate to second-guess yourself, but now looking back, it was appropriate to go for 2, but how big would that point right now have been?
That's true. That is true.
You still got to stop them. And you know that it's four downs every 10 yards for South Carolina, but that forces them into situations they don't want to be in, especially as this drive continues.
And again, no timeouts left for the Gamecocks as Mazio Bennett and Vandrevius Jacobs are split wide to the right side. Rock Sanders in the backfield with Lenora Sellers again as the quarterback. Gets the snap. Looking, pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, looks like he wants to run, has to, and then slides down at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 on that play, but they've got to hurry to the line of scrimmage, again, with no way to stop the clock. A minute 36, a minute 34, now a minute 32, as they've got 2 wideouts left. Norris looking, stepping up in the pocket, trying to run, fires a pass, tipped, and it is incomplete. Oh, it was in the air, and it hung for a while. Mbakwe was trying to get there, but Alabama, a nice job. The pass intended for Larvidan, could not bring it in, and it is now third down for the Gamecocks. 6 of 13 on the day, which means they're 6 of 8 on third downs in this half. A minute 22 to go, 2-down territory. They've got 3rd and 7. Looking, Sellers, flag on the play. Pump fake, now will run. He'll slide down. Let's see if this one's coming back, though.
That's offsides on us.
They'll decline it. Is that picked up more than 5? It'll put them at 1st and 10 from the from their own 37-yard line.
Offside, defense, number 11. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
Jihad,
the clock will start on the snap.
Jumped the gun a bit as Bama's flagged for a 7th time, covering 56 yards. 1:15 to go. With the Tide trying to hang on to a 27-19 lead. 2 safety look for Alabama. Looking is Sellers, firing across the middle. Catch is made right at the Bama 45-yard line, as making the grab was Larvidan again. They'll hurry to the line of scrimmage with the Gamecocks with a minute 4, a minute 3, a minute 2 on the clock. No timeouts left. Sellers looking across the middle again. It is picked, or is it? Wow, there were 2 men there. Are they going to give him a catch? They did. Larvidan, they did wipe it off. Thank you, partner. I thought initially we had a pick from Domani Jackson. Then I thought they were going to make it a catch for the Gamecocks. Instead, they say incomplete. It does stop the clock with 55 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 upcoming. Play action. Sellers looking. Pocket closes. And down he goes with a flag coming in. Likely a hold. Hopefully on Carolina. It could be a face mask. You never know. If it's a face mask, it might be on cue. And the way he's reacting, I think that may be what the call will be.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 34. The result of the play was a fumble recovered by Alabama and forced the penalty from the previous spot. It'll be first down.
Good night. Game was
Boy, what a penalty.
Over.
Yeah, what a penalty right there.
Wasn't just the sack. It was the end of the game.
Yeah.
50 seconds remaining. South Carolina now at the Alabama 30-yard line, or just outside of it. Down 8. Looking, Sellers downfield, one-on-one coverage. That is caught, but was the inbounds? No. Domani Jackson in coverage on Nyck Harbor, who I believe made a great grab, but he was out of bounds as he did so.
That's quite a bit of height advantage there for Harbor, the South Carolina wide receiver. Shane Beamer arguing his case, but definitely out of bounds. Oh, was he?
Did he have the knee hit inbounds?
Might have gotten 1 foot in.
On the field, an
You're
incomplete pass. The previous play is under further review.
The question then is going to come, did he maintain possession through the catch?
This official review brought to you by BuildSubmarines.com. That's our game sponsor as well. At BuildSubmarines.com, we build giants because it takes one to build one. They've looked at the review, and the foot was in. But on the review, can you see if he has possession? It was a great effort. Still to be determined if it was a great catch. And again, even if it's overruled and called a touchdown, they've got to go for 2 in order to tie it with 43 seconds remaining.
I don't know if there's enough camera angles to really
to get all of it together.
Yeah, to talk about the hands and did the ball move. And his foot's definitely down. But did the ball move at all? Did he possess it?
After review, the receiver had firm control and had his foot in bounds. Therefore, it's a touchdown.
And you got to stop him on the 2-point.
Again, convert, and Bama will have it. Anticipating a kickoff with 43 seconds to go in a tie game. Stop them. And we're just going to try to field an onside kick. But the Gamecocks will go for it here. Rock Sanders is in the backfield, but he's going to have some company. I do believe they huddle near the line of scrimmage. It'll be an empty set for the quarterback, Lenoris Sellers. They'll bring a man in motion. They'll fake the handoff to him, and they'll roll the pocket. They'll throw incomplete. Q Robinson was in the face of Sellers. He had to unload it. He threw it out of the end zone. It's incomplete, and Bama turns away the Gamecocks.
Go ahead, and Damien, we talked last week about doing your job, whatever that assignment was. Heck of a job there by Q Robinson.
So loud on the sidelines, Damien can't hear us right now. But you can't rest because we talk about their special teams, and you know an onside kick is upcoming.
It is, but that's a huge bullet there we just dodged. They try to do a little rub route. Everybody does it on their 2-point play. But when you get pressure in the quarterback's face, it forces him to make that decision quickly. And with everyone covered, it would have taken a perfect throw, and it's just too difficult with a big defender like Q Robinson right in your face.
Damien, what'd you see, buddy?
Hey, man, I'm just glad that man made an overthrow. To be quite honest with you, that man was wide open there. It was a great play by the D-line to distort his view of the receiver, man. I'm just glad that guy threw that ball into the end zone, man. Now we got to finish off and walk out of here with a W and go get this stuff together before we head off to Knoxville, man.
Kai Kroger will go with a pooch kick, but Bama called a timeout beforehand.
Before the play, Alabama takes its first timeout.
I got to tell you, that's one that I'm not used to seeing. It's a free kick. They weren't going to use the tee. He was going to go for the punt onside kick.
It's a good timeout because I don't want Jamarian Latham and Deontay Lawson as my hands team, and that's where they were about to kick the ball to. I want receivers across the board.
Well, you still may not get your wish.
Well, but at least I got a couple of guys over there.
Right.
Cuevas is there.
You guys go
Justice
hit somebody
Haynes,
and we'll let the others catch
y'all
it.
protect me, and ideally you would love to field this thing before it gets to 10 yards.
So here comes the squibber, and it will be bouncing off a couple of players, and South Carolina came up with it. I think Cuevas had a hand on it first, but couldn't come up with the kick that hugged to the ground, squibbed around, and South Carolina
Holy cow.
did indeed come up with it. As on the recovery was Colin Bryant. Mercy. 40 seconds to go. South Carolina with possession at the Alabama 49-yard line. The defense called on once again. No timeouts for the Gamecocks.
You got to have a sack.
No safeties deep for Alabama. Tide showing pressure. And we got 8 in the box right now. Now they drop back, the safeties do. They'll look, they'll throw, it's tipped, but it gets caught by a lineman for South Carolina, and they'll move forward 4 yards. The clock continues to run as that one was deflected at the line of scrimmage by Alabama, but a South Carolina lineman, Jatavius Shivers, made the grab. It's a gain of a couple. Clock down under 20 seconds. Blitz coming. Malachi chasing him. He unloads a pass that's incomplete. And now it will be 3rd down and 8 with 13 seconds to go. Kane Womack dialing up the pressure here. And Alabama very aggressive. Almost got a pick. And then almost got a sack. So here we go. No timeouts. Bama clinging to a 27-25 lead. 2-point advantage. Snap. Sellers looking, firing it deep downfield. Safety is there. Jackson intercepts it, takes a knee.
Get down.
Actually, he's going to run it out of the end zone, so it wouldn't be a touchback or a safety. The clock has hit 0. Jackson slides down, and for the love, let's get out of here. Alabama escapes with a 27-25 lead over South Carolina. It was lethal. It was dangerous. At times it was ugly as newborn sin. But it was a victory when the clock hit 0 and Alabama hangs on for the 27-25 victory. 5-1 on the year. South Carolina slides to 3-3. Take us through the last play. Picked off, but you were concerned, as I think I was, he may have carried the ball into the end zone and takes a knee. That's a safety,
That would be a safety as well as, but then I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking you're trying to return it, and there was a wide receiver in the vicinity who could have tackled you for the potential safety. Domani Jackson probably did the right thing. He wasn't sure how that would be ruled or judged by the official, so you go ahead and use your speed, get to the outside. Woo! It wasn't pretty, partner, but a win's a win.
D Square, a thought from you. We'll get a bunch of them from him coming up in the postgame. And in fact, your postgame coverage, the 5th quarter show, brought to you by Regions. Also, Coach DeMoore's press conference live, powered by Tri-Green Equipment. A lot of conversation coming up, but thankfully, it's after a win. 27-25. Bama hangs on over the Gamecocks on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.